Kultcha.
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Alley Cat.
And I'm Twin.
You are now watching the Kultcha.
One and only.
Wake up, ass up. Wake up. Ready?
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Alley Cat.
And I'm Twin.
And you are now watching
The Kultcha.
Today's topic of discussion is Eric Adams, Brooklyn Borough President.
Oh, yes. He
I
made
love
some
what
controversial
he said,
statements.
but I love what he said.
You love what he said. He said them Iowa people should go back home.
Let's start. He did this on MLK Day.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of history. Martin Luther King was assassinated. And it's crazy because I don't think they celebrate his birthday. They celebrate his
That's the thing I want to get into too, because they celebrate his birthday on the 20th, which is a Monday, but his original birthday is what, the 15th, January 15th. See, but the thing is, they want to celebrate it, I think, which is the third Monday of January. So the first MLK birthday was originally on January 15th. All right, it's kind of like, okay, just for people for understanding's sake, it's like, okay, February, it got 28 days, right? But on a leap year every 4 years, it got 29.
Which 2020 is a leap year.
Right, so some people are born on February 29th, and they actually don't celebrate, some people don't celebrate their birthday till every 4 years later.
Or March 1st.
Or March 1st.
28th.
That's just food for thought, y'all. So back to the MLK thing.
Yeah, so now, great man, great speaker, Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King,
Yes.
was murdered. The bullet didn't kill him. They saying allegedly. They saying that he was suffocated by the doctors and surgeons, which is the conspiracy theorists.
So basically, the gist of this is when he got sniped, or when a bullet hit his face, they saying he actually didn't die. He survived that. So on his way to the hospital, when he gets admitted into the hospital, he's on a hospital bed, the doctors and some other people actually finished him off.
So now within that, we give you a brief history of that situation with Dr. Martin Luther King. Eric Adams, Brooklyn Borough President, which is the topic of discussion today. He said some very controversial things, and he said it started with gentrification.
Yes, sir.
Or how would you say, regentrification?
Which
one you want to use?
Gentrification.
Just gentrification.
It's just gentrification.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had a problem with the New Yorkers, I think he said. New Yorkers.
But we always talk about this.
Yes.
This is a reality.
Yes, we do.
They're pushing out the old New York and creating, I guess, a somewhat new New York, raising the rent, cleaning up the areas, with gentrification. How would you say, the housing rate was deflowered in so many ways, deflowered. And now they planted some new seeds and built new roses. I guess.
And Eric Adams is saying, for the New Yorkers that came here, they knew. And he's basically saying is that, don't cause problems for the New Yorkers who've been here, who was here through that whole struggle, that whole, even if it is gentrified, through that whole process. Stop calling the police on them because they barbecuing. Stop calling the police on them because they selling water. Stop making it hard.
Because you don't understand the urban culture.
Exactly.
Stop making it hard for them because you don't understand.
And we're not going to sugarcoat it. He's talking about black people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are not a part of the gentrification here, saying the gentrification is there to push us out.
But we're not, because they say subsidized living, and then they want you to make $100,000. If I'm subsidized living and I make $100,000, why the fuck do I need subsidized living?
I mean, they're very expensive.
I could work, keep working, fix my credit, or I should know about credit, have good credit, and have a down payment for a house at least. Yeah. And then you want two people to make this much.
Yeah.
So why two people need to be together and go rent from you when we should buy our own? Because they raising the prices. So now,
very controversial, and he's under fire for this comment. And he tell these Iowa people to go back to Iowa. Now, if anybody just look up statistically on Iowa, there are 91% white people in Iowa. So we know he's talking about a specific people there.
A race of people.
Yes, definitely.
And reason being is that it is the truth. I've heard, I lived in Bed-Stuy, I've heard a neighbor, say to a person, when you come, I was here. When you leave, I'll still be here.
Definitely.
Unless I die. And she says, I own mines, and not mines. I own two other residents. Matter of fact, I own the resident that you're in.
Definitely.
And it was so crazy because the lady owns 4 properties in Bed-Stuy.
It's bad, man. The sanitation don't go as frequent to certain neighborhoods. The street names get changed. So this the ladder he climbing up, and it's very calculated to pull that off on MLK Day. But they saying that is not what MLK preached. He preached more integration instead of separation. So how do you feel about that? Do you think his comments coincide with Dr. Martin Luther King? You know, as far as
in a sense, it does, because Dr. Martin Luther King said his dream became a nightmare.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
See, we always told what they want us to hear, the dream.
Definitely.
But they don't tell you about Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King said it was a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, they don't discuss that.
Yeah, you have good dreams and you have nightmares. Right. And he made it very clear.
And he said his dream was a nightmare. It became a nightmare.
So our conclusion, the coach will conclude that his comments does coincide with Dr. Martin Luther King. It parallels it. So if you didn't know who Eric Adams is, before, you know him now. You know what I'm saying?
And I heard he's running for mayor.
Oh, I love that. Let's support him.
I've heard he was running for mayor.
Let's support him.
I'm not sure.
We had a segment on election, and we don't believe in election as much, but
yeah,
we do believe in a local.
But I will vote for him.
But we believe in a local government.
I will vote for him. Because you know why? He did what Trump is doing. He spoke his mind. He spoke the truth. And if you don't acknowledge that.
So if you don't believe in voting on an international level, meaning the president that we have today, at least vote on a local level, because the local people, whether it's mayors or senators, maybe can help change your current situation. So, I am definitely the infamous one and only twin, and this is my partner, Al, and we are
the Kultcha.
This is All Hearts by Hate Addiction.